Peace. Okay, we're back. We're
One Piece. Let's see how long this goes without my audio becoming shit.
No. I believe in you. Let's go. Thurman, what did you think about that fight? Was that fap noises?
That's the sound of me fapping to this fight. Like, oh my god. Can we just appreciate how well drawn Snake Man is and how creative he looks?
You could tell as well too. Could you tell too that like Oda like upped his art game on this one? Like you could tell this was an important chapter because he like everything was just like that extra level of polish in his art.
Oh my god, I can stare at Luffy for hours. No homo.
You'd fuck like every One Piece character, I swear.
Yeah, I'm a I'm pansexual when it comes to One Piece characters.
Dude, I want that Mochi dick, bro. That Mochi dick.
He can get the D. She can get the D. That animal can get the D.
See,
just everything.
This is why sometimes I wish we were popular because then we could have a T-shirt that said something about like, you know, because what was your phrase again? Like I'd suck that Mochi dick because you love hot curry so much.
I suck that Mochi dick.
Yeah, dude. Anyway, so anyone that's stuck with us through that, welcome. This is the tone that you can expect from our One Piece discussion. That's what sets us apart. We talk about Chopper hypothetically, if he were to get in a relationship, how it would actually be weird because he couldn't fuck a reindeer because, you know, he's a half reindeer, half human, and that'd be weird. But he also couldn't fuck a mink because a mink is like a different species from him because he's just a reindeer. Chopper's just screwed sexually. That's the kind of shit you can expect here. We have 10-minute conversations about that. Welcome to our One Piece discussions, motherfuckers. All right.
So I just have to, like I said before, we had to scrap our other one. I have to give. One of the biggest things that I liked about this is the fact that how how Luffy is turning into all the animals that he had to face, and it's very animal-esque, like like Bowman.
Yeah, it's almost gorilla. Like well, we know that he named all the animal names for his attacks are the attacks that he used to defeat certain animals on Ruskaina, because Ruskaina, the island that he trained with Rayleon, had like really ridiculously powerful animals. And that was kind of like Rayleigh's first test. Like, okay, well, you know, be strong enough to subjugate those animals, and then we'll talk.
And I like it because it's it gives Luffy like every shonen hero has like something like they're affiliated with, like Goku has his like that's like certain fighting style he does, like turtle style, like Naruto has his shadow clones, his wind style, Ichigo has his multiple powers that he has.
Well, you know what? Luffy. You realize that pre-time skip, Luffy did have a thing. His pre-time skip, Luffy's attacks weren't actually named after a weapon: rifle, bazooka, shotgun, whip.
Yeah.
Like, it's my personal opinion that Oda just ran out of weapon names, and he was like, "Oh fuck, animals."
Because it's just like I like the creativity there with how Luffy because Luffy, as we've seen from Luffy from this entire series, Luffy's very adaptable when it comes towards who he fights. So he looked at, because remember he got Gear second as an idea from the CP9.
Yeah.
So we see that this isn't. So we see like Luffy's like, oh, okay, this is how these animals fight. So I'm gonna add that to my fight style, and I think that's very. I love how Oda does that. Because it's just like so that means that. So that honestly means that, and one of the big things is too that I'm bragging about this so much that I had a conversation. I'm pretty sure you guys go back to other One Piece discussions, but I had a conversation with people, and people were saying like, "Oh, Gear 4 isn't going to be useful anymore.
Because they're fucking stupid.
Form for Luffy,
they don't understand
stuff like that. I'm just like, no, that's not Gear 4. We just got Gear 4 like an arc ago, and so I'm really give me a second, Red. I'm like fanboying right now.
Oh, I'm agreeing with, but I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
Like, it really makes me happy that Oda is like giving a finger to all these guys and saying, nope, Gear 4 is here to stay, and it's getting variation. I like that. That's what I like about it.
I agree because, and here's the thing, Thurman. Like, even though we make fun of you for having shitty tastes a lot, but like you're not like bottom level. You know what I mean? Like if those people that you were talking about, they're bedrock. They are bedrock, bottom level. urgent scum fans of anime that don't understand shit, okay? You're like just above that. And I'm glad that you have a little bit more class, you know? I'm purposely hard on you to be funny.
I'll take that compliment.
You're actually, no,
you're
he's
just above the scumlords of manga and anime fandom.
You feed on the scum. You're like the little
he's that little, I forget the name of the fish, but the little one that feeds on all the plankton and shit. It's just above that bottom line.
The little like ones that like stick to the side of like fish tanks. Like,
yeah. That's Thurman.
But no, Thurman. I just wanted to insult you because that's what I do. In all reality, I actually I really do respect you for realizing that because.
For sure. He's our Gavin Free. We've said it time and again.
Oh yeah, totally. He's cool. Because people so easily. You know what? You want to know what that is, Thurman? That is proof that those people would be shitty writers. You want to know why? Because their immediate solution to, this person's stronger is brand new form. God forbid he adapt and use the form he just got in different ways. No. That's too complex for their minds to handle. Fucking, it's so ridiculous. Like, this is why I always say that authors should never do what their fans want. Fans do not know what they want because if the authors just did what their fans wanted, the story would never get anywhere. It'd be like a hamster running in a fucking wheel in circles and circles would get nowhere. Like, fans are the reason that Byakuya didn't die in Bleach. David, back me up here. Remember that?
Oh God, yes.
Basically, Thurman, to give you a little tidbit on what happened there. Byakuya was a fan favorite character. Kubo tried to be brave and kill off him, and then he got a bunch of death threat tweets for killing Byakuya, and Kubo backed down and had him stay alive.
Wow.
Yeah, can you believe that? Welcome to fandom.
Remember, not that long ago, Thurman, I shared a post in the Ragtag chat, where Tokyo Ghoul's author,
the gay relationship.
Yep.
We'll say it for the audience. Yeah.
So Tokyo Ghoul's author was getting threatened because he didn't want to go down a certain ship path. And the author's like, let the story progress naturally, and you'll see why that would never make sense to the characters. Basically telling the fans, in a sense, to fuck off and let me tell my own story.
So long story short, what you've just told me, Thurman, is what that kind of shit makes me so happy that Oda is not like Kubo, because Kubo had the problem, and that's actually why after that happened, Kubo deleted his Twitter. It's back now, but like until Bleach was over, he deleted his Twitter. You want to know why? Because when you have a Twitter, fans can give you death threats for certain plot choices. There's a reason Oda doesn't. You realize that Oda, like, there's only like 2 pictures of Oda out there, and they're from like when he was in high school. So Oda doesn't want to be known. Oda doesn't want to be seen in the public, because if you are, people will fucking hunt you down and shove their shitty ideas down their throat. Just let the man write, because he's a genius and you're not.
There's a reason why he's some of the best manga worldwide.
Exactly. And you know what else pisses me off too? The people that, like, when there's not constant action, they're like, it's slow, it's going slow. You know what I mean? You ever got one of those?
Yeah, it's just like people. It's just that after like a big arc happened, and it's like the conflict is kind of like we see like the aftermath of a certain conflict. People are kind of like, oh my god, it's getting boring now. This is filler. It's just filler.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So just a quick aside, and we'll get right back to One Piece. You're caught up in My Hero Academia, right, Thurman?
Yep.
Okay. Have you heard all the people that are saying that the stuff happening right now feels like filler and it's so slow and shit? That pisses me off.
I haven't seen people like that.
Oh, okay. I've seen a lot of comments in like like YouTube reviews saying that they think that way, and I'm thinking like you would agree with me that like the chapters we're getting right now are so good for like so many people's character development, especially like Bakugo
my god,
the earbud girl.
Oh, Bakugo last chapter. This chapter was
But let's not get too far into that because we got to stick on One Piece. I just wanted to say that like I just hate that people have no patience. You know what I mean? It's the same thing I'm seeing now with One Piece. So all this like political drama setup, I said One Piece. Hunter x Hunter. All this political drama set up in that is going to explode and turn into like a castle invasion style thing from like the Chimera Ant arc. I guarantee it. But this is the time he sets it up, and you get to know the characters.
And technically, you're not wrong here because there is going to be a political battle in One Piece coming up.
Yep, Reverie. But yeah,
so I'm shit. So hyped for that. Oda's so good when it comes to political stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. And I really appreciate you, Thurman, because like I got to be honest with you, I would not be able to discuss anime with you if you were like that. If you were the kind of person that like okay, have you King of Lightning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a stream, right? He had a stream, and like most of the people on the stream were pretty smart. They knew about the plot and stuff, or like they were like into the plot and stuff. He had one guy on there who was like a friend of his from college, but he was like an idiot. And all he would talk about was the fights, right? He was like one of those guys, right? And he said something so stupid that everyone on the stream was like, dude, are you trolling? And he was like, no, I'm not, right? He legitimately thought that Luffy was going to beat Big Mom in this arc. That's how stupid he is. Yeah. And King of Lightning, King was like, yo, you're trolling, right? You're trolling. It's like, no. Like, what?
I think it's been established that Luffy isn't beating Big Mom this arc at all.
Exactly. And like, those are the people that just are so blinded by, like, stereotypical storytelling. Like, his logic was, he's the protagonist, and it's the Big Mom arc, so he's gonna beat Big Mom, of course. And it's like, you can't think of any other different way it could possibly happen. That's how straightforward your thinking is, really? Oh, gosh, certain manga fans just frustrate me.
Well,
yeah, that was my rant. We can get back to it, but thank you, as a personal thank you from me to you, Thurman. I appreciate that you are actually you are not that bad. You have moments of bad, but you are actually a pretty good manga fan, and I appreciate you for that.
Well, thank you, Red. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so let's talk about just some scenes, right? So, like, Snake Man as a form is really, really awesome to me. I love the idea of it's actually the perfect counter to Katakuri. Because Katakuri, his thing is dodging. He can dodge for days because he has good observation haki. So what do you do against a person who can dodge that well? You have a form where you can keep re-punching. If you miss, you just try again and again and again and again on the same punch. And I don't know if you caught the line of dialogue. Luffy said that every time he changes the direction, the punch gets faster and faster. It accelerates. Notice that?
You see, I'm much faster from the side. Oh, yeah. Even though my arm is stretching, it's still speeding up.
Okay, so do you realize how big of a deal that is?
Oh, yeah.
So every time, the way I took that was every time it changes directions, it speeds up.
So it's in the name too, Jet Culverine. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I just say like Culverin or Culver. Yeah, I'm not sure either. But I just because to me, I think that it's every time it changes directions, it speeds up. Like because we see in the final panel, he specifically punches past him, circles around, and then goes for the punch again. I think he does that because the more he circles, the more it's sped up. It's kind of like a race, you know.
Yeah, so it's like acceleration type. It's some type of science aerodynamics. Bullshit,
yeah.
But
so I think the longer it stretches, the faster it gets. So basically, it's consider it like this, right? Like it's like you're bound to hit them eventually. Like so, if basically he goes for the punch, you dodge the first punch, and then Luffy, redirects, goes for a second punch. That second punch is faster than the first one. Let's say even if you dodge the second one, goes around again, that third punch is even faster than the second and the first punch. It's just gonna boom, boom. It's gonna get faster and faster and faster until you get hit.
And what's great about this is the fact that the more you dodge, the faster the punch will get because Luffy can just change direction.
It's a really, really good form.
So it makes sense because it gets faster. So either way, dodging works to your disadvantage in a sense.
Yeah,
because
I mean, exactly.
The more you dodge, the faster the attack gets.
I think the best thing to do in this form would be to almost like it'd be hard, but like if I was Katakuri, I would try to catch Luffy's hands, like stop him from punching. That's like the one choice you have, really.
Oh yeah.
Now, so like a couple certain scenes I want to talk about. Let's just talk about the obvious, and once again, just mad fucking respect to Ichiro Oda. You know how many people, and I'm telling you, how many fucking people I saw that were like, oh, this is it. Luffy's going to go into this new form, and he's just going to he's just gonna overwhelm and decimate Katakuri. And I'm like,
fuck yeah,
no, he's not. And guess what? Katakuri bringing the slam jam. He's slamming.
Dives to Mochi. Can I just comment on the fact that if you look at the last panel, that looked like it really fucking hurt. Like, look at Luffy. Oh my god! I think it didn't hit. If you're
talking about, well, are you talking about the original time it hit? Because yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely.
The first time it hit.
Yeah, because he's got those pain eyes. Those are the same eyes he had when he had that chunk of stomach taken out, and those are the same eyes he had when Ace fucking died.
Oh my god! That looks extremely painful.
That's basically a clothesline. Also, did you notice as well that there's black lightning coming off of it, which I think is usually there to indicate that Conqueror's Haki is being thrown into the mix?
Oh yeah, I didn't really pay much attention to that because I was too busy staring at the fact that like Luffy looked like he got his head taken off.
I pay attention to all things,
but yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like Conqueror's Haki's kind of
just interspiced in there. Yeah. Now, also, let's not ignore the fact that fucking Katakuri turned into the donut and Sonic the Hedgehog over there.
And it's great. And it's great because you see the one of my favorite panels, two panels of this chapter was like
I'm gonna assume it's Katakuri's like fucking like crazy death face after he like slams.
Yes. Oh my god! You see Katakuri going up. This is equivalent, and David can vouch for me here for WWE fans. It's equivalent to seeing like the Big Show like take like a small like cruiserweight.
Yeah, it's the Big Show.
Jesus
like a small cruiserweight, superstar, and it's like taking him up and choke slamming him down.
Yeah.
Like
you know, Katakuri's like 7. Like people never realize the fucking like height statistics of One Piece characters. Katakuri's like 17 feet tall.
Like Katakuri takes this man up.
Yeah, dude, this is how
he slams him down. I'm going to crop that part of Katakuri and make it into a meme. It's so beautiful.
I don't know if it's a meme or it's actually just badass. I don't know if it's a meme. But either way, can we just talk about the bring up and slam down, right? Like, okay, so like the page where it shows how high up and then just the slam down. This is the first time. So I read this chapter at like 3 a.m. 3 a.m. at my time, right? Mm-hmm. And obviously 3 a.m. I can't be loud. My parents are sleeping. I literally had to. This is the first time this has happened. Well, you know that like cliche where like, and maybe it's I'm sure it happens, but like, where you're like you're fucking and your parents are next door and like like the girl's got to like bite your arm to like not scream or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, you have to kiss her to make sure she's not screaming.
Oh yeah, something like that. I had to literally during this panel. I started like it was like a second. I was like, yeah, like I started screaming, and then I realized my parents were sleeping, and I had to bite my own fucking arm to stop from screaming during this slam down scene. I swear to God, I swear to Jesus Christ, and I'm a Christian, and I mean it. Like I had to do that. Like I would not lie. This is truthful.
Red Sin Chart just got one more tick mark.
No, it's not. It's truth. That's why I said that, so you knew I was legitimately not over exaggerating. Like I had to. It was an involuntary scream. I involuntarily screamed. That's how good this fucking chapter was. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, that just happened.
Oh my god, I'm so happy me and Red are on the same page. It was so good.
Yeah. Okay. So then, honestly though.
And can I fanboy about this for a second? I don't know why I like this so much, but it's just so funny to me. It's just like Luffy's just like
the I'm hungry part.
Oh my god, I'm hungry. then he gets up, he smiles, and then Katakuri's like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah, dude.
Oh
fuck, I'm hungry.
Luffy's just like everything's on my mind, but now I feel better. Fall already, Katakuri.
Well, they're in that fucking adrenaline mode. Both of them are. They've been fighting for fucking. At this point, it's like 12 goddamn hours fighting.
It's just like, oh my, like that panel with Luffy smiling, losing his teeth. Like,
yeah, that's
I don't know why,
fucking crazy.
But it made me laugh.
That's a creepy ass smile. Now, time to talk about my favorite panel in the entire fucking chapter. I don't know why it's so goddamn satisfying to me. You saw it, Thurman. What I made my cover photo.
Yeah.
Okay, for me it's page 13. I'm not sure. It's right after they're having the
slug page 13.
Punch it back and forth. Look at the bottom. Just look at that bottom panel. It's so good. Oh my gosh. Fuck.
So they both hit each other pretty much.
Well, one, I mean, I'm not sure because I know that sometimes you don't notice these things. You know what Katakuri's doing the remember the move that he did?
Yeah. I see where he
bloated his arm off and shot.
Yeah.
So he shoots his arm at Luffy. And Luffy did like because this was
Python.
Yeah, here's why this was my favorite panel of the chapter, right? This was the panel that made me finally I got it earlier, but this was the panel where it clicked to me. It clicked in my head. I was like, that's what Snake Man is. Because I could just visualize it in this, like the pew, 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 you know what I mean? Like look at how it does that, right? This was the panel where I could totally visualize this in the anime. I can just see it like pew 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 pew, but like it would be like I could just see it because I assume it's like really fucking fast. So I assume assuming they do it well in the anime, I could just witness this part being animated, right? Like, can you imagine his arm just going out and like just at this just crazy speeds, just like doing the look at the speed. Look at the poofs. Like you see, like the poofs of smoke and shit. Like, can you just imagine how fast that is?
Oh, Redd, like I told you in our earlier before we scrapped, this entire chapter made me feel like I was watching it. It made me feel like I'm sitting there with popcorn watching the fight transpire.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I can see Luffy. I can feel Luffy. I can hear Luffy breathing hard. I can hear him saying "ow." I can see it feels like they're right in front of me fighting. That's how good this chapter was.
Well, do you see what I mean about like specifically this panel though? Like do you get what I'm saying about this one panel?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, it just
definitely.
got me so good because like you know how fast that shit is because you know what that means. Like that means he missed it. Like it looks like he missed a stomach punch and then it was like, all right, fuck it, I'm going for a face punch. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can see it like a little triangle there. Bing,
yeah,
bing,
like
bing, bing.
It's just so neat, dude. It's such a neat. They're both in midair. Oh my gosh, so cool. And then we have to talk about the fucking just casual ass block it with a kick. Next page where he just blocks it with a kick.
Hold on 1 second.
All right, I'll just keep talking while his fucking relatives are doing shit. So yeah, you have the next one, where he just casually see, like, you can kind of see what I love about this fight is that you can kind of see Katakuri having moments where he kind of like he loses his composure and then he regains. Every time he regains it, he goes back into his observation haki, which is clearly amazing. You know what I mean? And in this panel, he clearly saw this shit coming because he's just easily just like blocks.
Oh, the casual kick. Are you talking about are you on page 14 right now?
14, the casual ass kick. Where he blocks.
Yeah, where he's like king, and then he like sees the kick. And then one of my favorite parts about Katakuri dodging is the next one where he just literally just like dances around Luffy's punches and kick him in the face. That's just amazing. Oh my god!
Because Black Mamba. Okay, so it's called Black Mamba, and this is clearly the Gatling version or the Snake Man version of Gatling, right?
Yeah.
Look at him, dude. Like he's just. So during King of Lightning's video, right? You want to know what he played during this? He always does these like funny edits. You want to know what song he played?
What?
Can't touch this. Do 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 do. I'm not even kidding. It was perfect. Just have Katakuri dance. Can't touch this.
Oh my god, that is so good.
Yeah, and then but I love how he just dodges around all those arms, and then he just fucking full on kicks him in the face. And then immediately turns into the donut again. And then we go to the final fucking attack where he's doing the same, that sliced mochi. And then you have, like, look at this final spread here. See how he purposefully goes around Katakuri to get, in my mind, to get that speed,
Mm-hmm.
And you can see how much bigger his arm is than his body. Like, he's clearly, like, he's made his arm a bit bigger in this one as well. Unless that's just perspective.
The last attack is called King Cobra.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
which is, by the way, the largest It's not the most venomous snake, but it is the largest snake that is venomous.
Ooh, Oda looking up Oda doing his facts.
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom facts.
Mm-hmm.
So to be honest, like I have no words. Like I think that I've like this chapter was just amazing. Like all it is was just a fight, but the fight was just
those are the most satisfying chapters. Like I love the plot. I really see. Here's my thing. My favorite kind of series are series that can perfectly balance action and plot, right? Because like I have a pleasure for combat. I do love combat. We've discussed this. You know, you're always the one that's like, don't you just love watching people beat the shit out of each other? I do, but not enough to just enjoy 1 minute melee, right? I like combat the most when it's, you know, perfectly melded in with like a really good plot and characters I care about. Which is why this was the perfect fight for me. Because Oda made me care so much about Katakuri. So much.
I don't know who I want to win. I want Katakuri to win. But I think I explained this the last discussion, but oh my god, like it's just a quick summary, viewers. The one we scrapped, I talked about how I wouldn't be upset if Luffy lost because I know it's plot, but the fanboy in me wants Luffy to win. It's kind of like
Luffy will never win.
Oh gosh, no.
You kind of like a kid. You want that lollipop. You know you can't have that lollipop. You know the reason why you can't have that lollipop, but you're gonna whine because you can't get that lollipop. This is what it is here. I know Luffy can't win. I know why Luffy can't win. I know the reasons why. It makes sense why he can't win. But I'm still gonna complain because I want him to win.
No, I get that.
It's like, oh my god.
So yeah, no, I agree. I totally get where you're coming from. To me, I wouldn't mind. It's the same mentality that like I have when it comes to like screw attacks versus battles. We talked about this, right? People get salty when their favorite characters don't win. It doesn't bother me. My favorite character losing a fight does not bother me at all, as long as they've tried their best and gave it their all. An example of what did piss me off was in Bleach. Shinji kept losing fights, but the way the author wrote it was stupid because he was never using his full power. He was just going down for stupid reasons, like I'm gonna sit here and explain my powers. You know, that shit pisses me off. But Luffy here has done everything he possibly could. If he lost now, it would be an honorable ass loss. You know it would be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, my thing is, here's the thing: if he were to lose now, what would happen would be Katakuri would respectfully help him back to his ship, and I guarantee you they would promise to have a rematch one day, and then we'd have that, and then he'd win there.
I would be very happy.
Yeah, so like I have no problem. I think it would make so much. I think it would make the most sense plot wise for Katakuri to win here, because it is still the commander of a Yonko, and for him to win now would be a bit ridiculous, in my opinion. Unless Oda's really trying to go much faster than I thought he was going to, plot wise.
Well, what are we like 66% done?
I don't know. We said he fucking flip-flopped between 60 and 70% in the last couple interviews. One he said 60, one he said 70. It's somewhere around
He
there.
doesn't even know how far along his own plot is at this point.
Well,
he just wants to continue to this story that he's created as long as possible.
Oh, well,
keep in mind.
Okay, cool. Oda always says that, like, he's the kind of writer, and this isn't a bad thing. That just means he loves the world he's created. He's the kind of writer where, you know, he writes, and then he comes up with more and more ideas as he writes, and then it's like exponentially grows the story. That's just how he is.
This man is a god. Oh,
gosh.
Only Oda.
Yes. Only Oda.
Oda is a god. Only Oda is the only mangaka who could wake up, get ideas, like just go to sleep, wake up, oh my god, I have an idea, and extend his series. That's godly.
Yeah, dude. I just love how he's like, and like, you know, he could totally just like, he could totally work on ending it and like, you know, actually like rest and maybe like prolong his life past fucking 50. But no, instead he decides to, you know, no, I gotta fucking keep working. Like this poor guy, like, he's such a workaholic, he's killing himself. How old actually is Oda right now? Checking that. But no, I mean, from what I've guessed, from like where the plot has to go plus like the percentages he's giving, my guess, if I were to put money on it, like if I had to gamble and say like when I think it's going to end.
He's 43 years old according to his wiki page.
Thank you very much. But yeah, no, if I had to gamble, Thurman, if I literally had to put money on it, my guess would be somewhere between 1,200 and 1,300 chapters is when it would end. From like the percentage it's given, that's my guess.
I can see that, to be honest. Going around like
that would give us around 300 to 400 more chapters.
I would read/watch every single one of those.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I'm thinking that it's going to be around 10 more years of content is my guess. And that would be because if there's around 50 chapters each year, it's 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350. Yeah, so then that would be like, because I said 10 around like Punk Hazard. So yeah, that adds. Because that's why I'm thinking around 1,300. Maybe I cannot see it going above 1,500. Because that would at that point he'd be up to like fucking 12 years from now. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but like I don't want him to die.
Yeah, Oda, like you see at the bottom, One Piece is going on break next week.
Well, but again,
you know why?
I'm glad he gets breaks. It's the one of those rare moments where the magazine actually forces him to.
Because this man, like you said, Red, this man's a heavy smoker and he doesn't get that much sleep.
I'm sorry, David. Nani, are you telling me Oda is fucking Nami's voice actress? Is that what I'm reading right now?
Yes, that is correct.
Thurman, go into Ragtag real quick.
I'm not in Ragtag.
Oh, right. Okay, so apparently, am I reading this right? So, wait, so is Oda... Wait, hold on, wait. Is this confirmed? Oda is married to Nami's voice actress? All of a sudden, it makes fucking sense. I get it now. I understand why he sexualizes her so much. That makes so much sense. Thurman. My mind's blown. Go into read that shit. David, live edit that up.
Okay, one second. Let me...
Well, Thurman's reacting to that. David, you live edit that up.
Wow.
Yeah, you reading this right now?
Wow.
He is married to Nami's voice actress. That's insane. So you know what that means? She had a job. So he writes a manga. It gets an anime. He meets the woman voicing his main female character. And then they fall in love.
Oh my Lord.
That is the weirdest thing. It's cute, but it's weird. Like, think about that dynamic for a second, Thurman. If you're writing a manga, you literally have the power. You can look to your wife and be like, hey, wife, I can literally make you say anything. Whatever I write here, in 9 months, you'll have to fucking record in a booth. I have the power. I can write whatever the fuck I want, and you have to say it. That's amazing. Can you imagine that power? That's insane. That's fucking hilarious. Wow. David, did you edit that up? Wow. Okay. That is an interesting tidbit I did not know. I'm sure that was common knowledge or some shit. I didn't know that. Wow.
I think that is a great thing to end on for this One Piece discussion.
Yeah. I guess no. Well, I think we should prediction quick.
Same prediction. Honestly, might be the first discussion that I don't even have a full prediction.
I guess here's what I want to do. Before we go to the next chapter, I'd like us to both have. I want us to both have an official, like our official bet down on who we think's going to win, so we can know who's right next week. Who do you think won? Like, not who do you want to win? Who do you think won?
Dogtooth or Katakuri.
I'm gonna agree because I have faith in Oda that he is gonna be smart and do the correct plot thing and have Luffy be like. I'm hoping that Luffy's like knocked out, like similar to how he was knocked out after Rob Lucci, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that Dogtooth, unlike Rob Lucci, is they'll just kind of like standing over him, just like out of respect. And so that's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, good One Piece talk. Love you all. Sorry it was a bit late this week. Hopefully Thurman's audio will continue to be good. He has a finicky ass phone or something. Who knows? So sometimes it's hard to record these, but love you guys and peace.